Hey guys, I'm Louise and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be having a look at my alocasia bulbs that have been sat in sphagnum moss for months. But before we get into that, don't forget to check out my TikTok account, which will be linked in the description below. Just subscribe to my channel and like this video for some more planty content. So here is the bag which I've kept the alocasia bulbs in, and as you can see already, there looks to be a leaf. And I think there's another one down there as well. I've peeked in like a few times, but I haven't like fully gone in and seen the extent of these bulbs and the little plants that are in there. So let's take a look. So I can't remember what bulbs I put in. Oh my gosh, there's another leaf. Oh my gosh. So I know zoom in. So that leaf right there, the little like green one, that is an Alocasia silver dragon, and I don't really know what other like Alocasia bulbs I have in there, but as you can see there's another little Alocasia leaf there, and there's one in the corner there, so it looks like we've got some good few ones. So let's have a look at those properly. So there's not really a better way of doing this apart from me just taking out and showing you guys. So I'm just gonna carefully just take the sphagnum out as I go along, because I feel like there's going to be some bulbs in some areas. So I've just taken a handful out, and I can see already there is a little bulb with a few roots, and look at that. That is a leaf there sprouting out. So we have a bulb which has rooted slightly and has a leaf popping out, and there's nothing else in this bit of sphagnum, so I'm going to just take some more sphagnum out. I'm doing this because it's so much easier to just find the little bulbs, because I know I planted a few. Oh, here we go. I found another bulb, and that looks to be like it's growing some roots or a leaf, as you can see right there. So that one's not particularly ready for me to be potting up yet, as well as the other one which has only just started to give me some growth. And let's move on to the little plants. I'm just gonna like scoop them out with my hand very gently. Don't want to hurt them at all. So I'm just gonna very carefully try and take, okay, I've got this one. Let's see if I can take this one. No? Okay. I'm trying to be really careful because I don't want them to like, I don't want to break them or anything. So this is my Alocasia silver dragon bulb. The leaf has actually, looks like it's like started to rot away slightly. Here we go. So this is a little leaf, as you can see. It's like gone all really mushy at the end, and it's like curled under. It also was a really good leaf before, and as you can see, those are the roots. The roots aren't looking that great. They're looking actually shriveled up. So I'm not particularly sure what to do. I think I might just keep it in this sphagnum and see what happens. This once was a very healthy little silver dragon, but then it started to die off, so I popped it in sphagnum to see if it will actually do anything, and it did do something for quite a while, and it gave me a new leaf, but now the roots are just kind of like dying off. So we've got one good healthy root right there, as you can see, so we'll just see what happens to that one. So I've taken a big handful, as you can see, and wow, oh my gosh, I think pretty much all of my bulbs are like actually sprouting. I'm just gonna check through this lot before I go on to those parts right there. Nope, doesn't seem to be like any more bulbs that are in there. So I'm gonna put just the empty sphagnum I didn't have any bulbs in just back in the bag. So this sphagnum is still quite like, it's damp, but it's not soaked. I haven't actually watered the sphagnum in ages, and the bag is always open. I basically just keep it flat down like that, and it just retains the water. So here is the rest of the the rest of the sphagnum we have left in the bag, which I just took out as you saw. And oh my gosh, so I'm just gonna like take out the sphagnum, put it in the bag as we go, because I can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's four separate plants within this. So I believe all of these are the same. I'm not particularly sure, I can't remember, but it's from one of the alocasias I had that have died. I forgot what it was because it was such a long time ago. So that is a very long root there, and look at this baby leaf. Oh my lord, it's just about opened up. That is crazy. Like honestly, I never thought that I would actually have some good sprouting bulbs, because I was very skeptical on how like it would like happen, like whether or not it would, because I've never actually tried to like propagate bulbs, like grow plants out of bulbs, because I just never thought like I would be good at it, because it takes some knowledge and a lot of waiting time to actually, you know, propagate the bulbs, because sometimes it works for people, sometimes it doesn't, and I have been very lazy about this. I wasn't actually particularly expecting any results, because I just haven't been very good with propagations lately, so I've just kind of forgotten about them. And we have another 3 very healthy bulbs, but all the roots are kind of tangled up, so I'm just going to pick it all up. But you can see there's 3, but all their roots are tangled up together, so I'm just trying to be very careful about it. I'm just making sure that none of them like break. Here's another bulb which has 2 very strong healthy roots and 1 little leaf sprouting. Look how adorable that is. Oh my gosh, I am like so excited. It's crazy. I've never done this in my life, and this is the first time it's happened. Like, so there is another bulb that has successfully rooted and given me a leaf. The leaf is yet to sprout out again, but look how crazy those roots are. Like, that is insane. I do have to take off the rest of the sphagnum, but look at that. Oh my gosh. And the last but not least, we have this one, who is actually pretty much fully matured in the leaf. The leaf has come out. I'm just gonna see if I can pick off some sphagnum so you get like a real look at the roots on this little baby, because oh my gosh, look how adorable that is. Look at that leaf. That is one big leaf. That's bigger than all of the others that I've had. And look at the roots. That is one big root. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little bulbs with roots and a leaf sprouting, and I have 1 bulb. So this is the other bulb which I pulled out first, and I've just managed to take off the sphagnum. But as you can see there, lots of healthy roots, and we do have a little leaf that's popping out. The last but not least, this one, we only have 1 bulb that hasn't actually progressed yet, but we can see there is some growth happening. So this one is definitely going to be popped in. Oh, sorry, actually 5, because this one isn't part of the ones I've actually planted, because this one is what I already had. I'm going to just pop this one back in and see what it does with this bulb. And then I think I'm just going to pot the rest of them up, because they seem pretty happy to be potted up into some soil. So here is a quick close-up of all my little bulbs. So there's 1, we have 2 here. Look at that roots. These roots are so long, it's crazy. We have 3, 4, and number 5, which is the most developed, as you can see. So I'm just going to be potting them all up into these little pots I have. These are the smallest ones, so hopefully it should be okay. They should be fine. But yeah, let's get potting up. So I just have a bag which has the potting soil in. This is my plant bag. So if you guys want to see what I have for my plants in my plant bag, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll do a separate video on what I have in my plant bag. But I have potting soil in here, so that's why I have like a Tesco bag in here. Not sponsored by Tesco at all. So these are the type of pots I have. These are the smallest ones I can find. I have 2 really tiny ones, as you can see right here. And then I have some 3 slightly larger ones. So the slightly larger ones, I put the bulbs with the most roots in, and then these 2 will be like the ones with the least roots, but they all seem viable to be potted up anyway. So yeah, let's just get right to it. So every time I pot up a plant, I always fill up the pots halfway, because typically you should really put your plant like halfway, like you should, yeah, because then the roots have space to grow into, because if you put your plant up at the bottom, like there's no space for the roots to grow into, and it's just a waste of like a pot. So always make sure you go up, just go up, I would say a half a size, not too big but not too small, so go about like up half a size, like when you pot up plants, and just have it slightly larger than the plants. Some cases, like for me, I don't have any small enough pots, so I'm just going by the root length, because the more roots, like it'll be easier for it to be able to, like, you know, survive with like more water in the soil, for example, because soil does hold water for quite a while, so the less soil, like the less water it's gonna hold, sort of thing. That's like how I go by. It's probably really backwards and like the worst logic in the world, but that's how I go by, and so far everything's going so well with my plants. So, you know, we don't have to go by my logic exactly, it's just how I do it. So I'm just gonna be putting these little alocasias into their pots, just making sure all the sphagnum is off the roots before putting them in, so they have less of a chance of rotting, because we do not want them to rot. Another good way of telling that your plants are ready for being potted up is if the roots have secondary roots, and all of these roots have secondary roots. So the secondary roots are little roots, I don't know if you can see that properly, but it's just a little wispy bits of roots coming off of the main single root, as you can see. So the little tiny feathery roots are the ones that you are secondary roots, and then you know your plant is properly ready to be potted up. So here's the first one. So I'm just going to put this one in. I think it's going to need a little bit more, so I did put it halfway, but sometimes the plant can be too low. So just put more soil in if that's the issue. So I've just potted up pretty much like most of it, and I'm just gonna pop the little guy in. I'm just trying to be really careful. I'm doing everything left-handed, which is ridiculous. So as you can see there, I've just rested the little guy in like that. I'm gonna prop up the leaf very, very carefully and just put the soil in around it. And then you just press the soil in around the plants. And there we go, we have one successfully potted up. So currently my little planty room is actually in the midst of actually being moved around. So I think I'm going to do a future video on like moving around plants and just kind of like making my plant room a little more nicer, I'd say. So I did get a new unit, and if you saw if you've like seen my TikToks, then you would know that I have a new unit in the back, like in my room, and that is going to be solely for plants as well. So I am thinking of doing a move around of the plants and of lights and stuff, and probably putting new lights in. I'm not really sure what I'm 100% doing yet, but I just know that I will be moving around plants and just kind of like sorting them out. So we have another little alocasia done. See, I can't remember what alocasias these are because it's really bothering me. I think I have 3 types of alocasias because these look very different. But it could just be because it's a little baby leaf. But I'm not 100% sure what it could be. I can't remember exactly because it was quite a long time ago. And stuff like that just don't really sit with me because when I lose a plant I kind of forget about it and then I just don't really remember what it's called. I've lost a stingray, so I lost an alocasia stingray through to like pests. It just wouldn't get better, but it's not that because I didn't get any stingray bulbs because it wasn't like mature enough and it never gave me any. Another one I lost is, I can't, what else I had? I had quite a few alocasias and I lost quite a few of them to just having pests, which is a pain. But yeah, if you guys kind of know what it is, I'll probably go look back on previous videos from like ages ago when I first potted up the alocasia bulbs, and then I'll probably come back with a hypothesis at the end of the video. So stay tuned guys if you want to know what kind of alocasias these are, if you don't know what they are, because honestly I don't know myself even when I'm filming this. So we will both know by the end of this video what I have got, because it'd be very exciting. I'm thinking maybe in the future I might actually sell the alocasias. Maybe I might keep one, but I think I might sell a few of these because I don't think I need all the same alocasias. I don't mind duplicates if I really like the plant, but it depends. It just really depends what it is, really. So I used to be a really big love of alocasias until they all started dying from like pests, and it really put me off alocasias. At the moment, the only alocasias I have is these ones and Alocasia Frydek, and I also still kind of have my Alocasia Zebrina, but that looks like it's not going to stay with me for much longer. I'm honestly crossing my fingers for that one because that one did get pests, and it's losing its leaf at the moment, which is horrific and it's terrifying and I hate it. But you know, it's just something we have to deal with. So if any of you guys know anybody or like are selling any alocasia bulbs, like a zebrina bulb or a stingray bulb or anything like really cool, I'm thinking of actually buying some more alocasia bulbs in the future. So if you guys just have any cool like alocasias that you're selling that are like bulbs, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can contact me on my Instagram, my DMs on my Instagram page, and we can go through there. That's linked down in the description as well. If you guys ever have anything that's for sale or see anything that's a good deal, like go ahead and just let me know, because I'd be so appreciative if you do decide to do that. And last but not least, we have the final alocasia little baby that we gotta pot up. So the best way to like really like take the sphagnum moss is just to let it dry off a bit before like trying to like rip it off the roots, because it can be quite difficult when it's wet, because they just kind of stick on quite easily. So the reason why I'm literally picking out like these bits of bark, it does happen. I tend to like to put it into like the bigger plants, so the plants are bigger pots, because they're less, like, they take up less space basically. And here we go, here's the last Alocasia baby going into this pot. I'm so excited for the ones that haven't given me the leaf yet to give me the leaf. I think I have like 4 of the same type of Alocasia, I think, because I remember repotting like an Alocasia a year ago, in when I first started this channel, and I do remember repotting like a few, like I think pretty much most of my Alocasias actually when I did a big big potting video, and I did find like quite a few bulbs in with the plant. That Alocasia did actually die, so that's why I don't remember what it is, because I have a very bad memory. I do remember most of my plants, like I remember all the plants I have, just the plants that I don't, because I just kind of take it out of the list of plants I have because I don't have it anymore. And there we go, so we have 5 little baby Alocasias all potted up. Here we are, the little babies. Look how adorable they are. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for these to like give me the leaves. But you can kind of see them all developing already, and look at that one. That is the most beautiful leaf ever, like honestly. That is so adorable. So I will be watering these after the video. I just don't really water stuff in the video. But if you want to see the nutrients that I use, I won't be using it for the first time, maybe after a few waterings. I use Baby Bio houseplant food, not sponsored by the way. This is like the only one that I've used, and it has given me so much new growth on pretty much most of my plants. I only give my plants nutrients spring to winter, like spring and summertime, and I don't do it during winter because all my plants don't give me any new growth during the winter, so I only water with the nutrients spring and summer and autumn as well. I forgot autumn was a season. Yeah, and then that's winter I just kind of don't do it anymore. But yeah, so that's what I use. I'll be linking that down in the description. I think it was about like 2 or 3 quid or something on Amazon. So yeah, give that a look. It'll be down in the description below. Okay guys, so if you got to the end of this video, thank you so much for sticking by. I now have the results on what Alocasia bulbs could be. So I think I have a mix between Alocasia polybulbs and Alocasia Wenti bulbs. They are quite similar in looking, but I believe, I think half of them are Alocasia polybulbs. I may have like 1 or 2 Alocasia Wenti bulbs, but I think those are the 2 Alocasias that I actually did get bulbs from, I believe. So we'll just see what happens. I think they're so they're either one or the other or both. So I have to wait and see when they all kind of start to pop up and give me some really good leaves. I think 2 of them I see already are actually Alocasia polybulbs, which is great because my Alocasia poly died and my Alocasia Wenti died, so maybe we'll get some more of those. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please check out my TikTok account, which will be listed in the description below. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!